That's just sports, baby.
Crowd goes wild, strawberry ice bringing fire and style. Reds, Bengals, Bearcats, all in my zone. This is my stage, my mic, my tone. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy Fine is kicking down the door. Step into the ring where the passion ignites. Talking sports all day and all night. From the field to the court to the rowing stands. Strawberry ice with the world in my hands. Boom, like a hammer, I'm breaking the game. Strawberry ice, you're gonna know my name. Sports Talk Thunder, hear the podcast roar. Cincy's Fine is kicking down the door.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Tronopole, and as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio. And as always, I'm coming to you live from this glorious place down here. I call it the Ice Cave.
All right, shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need your shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got it in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. The website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House. Hey guys. All right. Just want to let you know, we're still doing the pregame experience at the Moorline Lager House, brought to you by Best Day Brewery. I can't tell everybody this, so it's just between us, okay? For the next 3 games, Pittsburgh, Jets, Bears, which I think the Bengals can win all 3 of them, you can get $10 off. 10 by using pregame 10. Right? Pregame 10. That gets you into the all-exclusive experience. The drinks. The food. The host. Everything. It's the best experience on the banks. Best Day Brewery, Moorline Lager House, pregame 10. See you this Thursday. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. I hope to see you guys tomorrow night at the pregame experience brought to you by Best Day Brewing at the Moorline Lager House. We got a DJ there. We got all-inclusive bar, all-inclusive food buffet. We got beer pong. We got cornhole there. We got football toss. We got music. It's a great time. Come on down, hang out. If you don't want to do the full experience, you just come on down and hang out. And we got a bar outside where you can buy your food and drink there. So however you want to do it, come on down and hang out at the Moorline Lager House. We're going to have a absolute phenomenal time, win or lose. But I think we're going to win. What's up there, everybody in the chat? Let's see who we got first. We got Stranger in there, Trevor's in there, Dustin's in there, Tony Blazin, Holmes is in there, Brad, Golf, something. TST out. Stout Golf. I don't know. I can't read it. Cornell, what's up? KP for KC. And John, what is going on, guys? All right, so before we get into this, and before I bring up my guest, Dustin, let's get it on with the injury report. So right now, Mike G is out. He's on the IR with a pectoral muscle. Now, Trey Henderson, we've heard it's a back, but the Bengals are reporting it's a hip, and he's questionable. Look, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If this man can walk, I think he gets out there, but he missed the whole second half. And it's a short week, so I'll be surprised if he's out there. Tanner Hudson, he's out. He's got a concussion. Charlie Jones is questionable. Lucas Patrick is questionable with a calf. He could be coming off the IR. Now, I got some interesting stuff here from my boy Brandon here, who is always sending me some really interesting things. This could be the key point-wise to the Bengals winning. Now, check this out here. We got Cincinnati Bengals have a record of 6-0 on Thursday nights at home when scoring 20 points or more all time. Now, the Bengals are 1-2 on Thursday nights at home when only scoring 18 points or fewer all time. So, to me, for the Bengals, they got to score 20 points. Now, reverse that with the Steelers. The Steelers are 4-4 on Thursday nights on the road when scoring 20 points plus. But if you keep them under 18 or fewer, they're 1-13. So, 20-18 Bengals, we win on Thursday night. I don't know. It's just some interesting stuff there that we can discuss. And I am optimistic. Which I know it's not surprising at all if you're watching my show that I'm optimistic, but I really am optimistic. I think we got a shot at beating the Steelers and rolling it into the next 2 weeks too. But let's worry about Thursday night. With that being said, let's get to the man who has some of the greatest hair I've ever seen in my life. You're not going to see it because he's got his hat on. He is an awesome Bengals fan. He is now a part of Bengals and Brews. You can check him out there 3:30 Monday and Friday. I think that's the days they're on. I forget. They sometimes go 3 times a week, but I forget. But he is the man. He's a snowboarder. He's the man. He's the myth. He's Dustin Crow. What's up, Dustin?
What an intro. What's up, my dude?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, just trying to slug away into this, do we call it weird NFL season?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, good God. The adversity we already faced. I mean, we have fan bases melting down throughout the NFL. We'll probably have 2 more coaches openings or firing soon with, I don't think Arizona, like how much longer is that guy going to last? And then Miami as well.
Oh, I'm surprised he's not fired yet, the way that thing's melting down.
Yeah, him and his capri pants.
But it's cool, though, right? It's cool. He's cool.
I mean, he could be a good offensive coordinator, but the head coach.
I think he's a really good offensive coordinator. Head coach wise.
Yeah. And then,
Dustin? Are you a knuckle dragger?
Yes, I am. Indeed, I am. They call the snowboarders. Snowboarders. So
exactly. Yeah. Hey, my son was still a snowboarder. He hasn't done it in a couple of years, but yeah, we actually got a believe it or not, we got a snowshoe resort. And I always say it's a resort. It's a hill, it's a big hill that you go skiing and snowboard on here. Actually, down in Indiana. So he learned how to snowboard down there.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. It's fun. I mean, it's just, it all depends upon what kind of winter you have. It has to snow.
They still got to make the snow. Last year I think it snowed enough for once, but I mean, beginning of the year, like they open it up in like end of November, beginning of December, they probably got to make the snow, and then depending on how cold it is, it actually stays. But yeah. I am not, believe it or not, with my svelte body here, I'm not a snowboarder. I mean, I know it's shocking. I sled ride. I'm good at that.
Hey, it's the winter's fun when it snows. If it doesn't, then it's just gray and
it's just cold.
Yeah, it's like nobody likes the winter. So
yeah, me every time I say when the Bengals season's over, I was like, all right, I'm done with winter. Football's over. We need spring. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers report in February.
Exactly. All right, BJ Blanton. Also, what do you think about tomorrow? Okay, I'll let you. We're talking about a little bit off the air. What's your thoughts on tomorrow night?
Yeah, just like you, cautiously optimistic. I think there was some positive things to pull from the Green Bay game, maybe a few negatives too that we can get into. I do think the Steelers are playing pretty solid ball.
Yeah.
Like their defense, like you and I were in agreement going into the season. We're like, their defense is old. They've been able to infuse probably some young talent to mix with the veterans, and they're playing pretty good.
They're better than I thought they would. I still don't believe in them, but we'll see.
Yeah,
They're playing better. They're playing better. Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Harmon. I mean, he's like a guy that we were talking about the Bengals potentially drafting out of Oregon. You probably saw the highlight tape on Twitter from this past week. I think he just disposed of Wyatt Teller and just threw him to the ground. Now he's not the same player, but the dude is a brick wall up there. I think he's starting to get a little more attention, but he's still kind of under the radar, is Nick Herbig. He's their defensive end from Wisconsin. They grabbed him in the 4th round a couple of years back. He has 4.5 sacks. Like, his pressure numbers are up there at the top of the NFL. One of the things that they are doing differently as a defense this year, they're blitzing a lot more. They're traditionally, they're
more than they have in the past. Yeah, that's for sure.
Terrell Austin is sending some blitzes. They're doing some disguising on the back end. So I think it's going to be a T. Higgins and Jamar Chase game. What it means is they're going to get probably a lot of bump and run coverages from Joey Porter and Darius Slay. I do like those matchups, being able to expose those, but the pressure is going to be on our wide receivers to win those matchups and win fast, because with the Pittsburgh, you're going to see pressure. So they got to win fast off the line. They got to get open for Flacco. And then obviously Flacco's got to process and get the ball out to them quickly. So that's my initial kind of thoughts on the matchup, like off the top of my head. Now, defensively, I think our defense has played pretty solid. They've been on the field
at least the first half. They've been on the field too much.
Yeah. Now,
for sure. I think we're both in agreement on that.
Yeah. I do have some concerns. I think we do. Like, we've thrown I think Green Bay's might have put some tape out there for other teams to duplicate. They ran quite a bit of duo and isolated our linebackers. And then, going after our safeties is a pretty clear game plan in the pass game as well. So,
yes.
Yeah, that's something that we got to kind of be the lookout for.
Jordan Battle has got to play better. He's got to
play better.
Play better, but it wasn't there last Sunday for sure.
No, he didn't play. He didn't have his best game. Hopefully he bounces back. I also think statistically our defense just, again, our whole entire team was built through Burrow. We're not the only NFL team that does build through their quarterback and things fall off.
Look at Kansas City.
Yeah. Or, like Baltimore, most
NFL teams that have great quarterbacks are built around their quarterback.
Yeah. So with that being said, statistically our defense does pretty much rank towards the bottom once again in every statistical category. I think our boy Dale retweeted Ann Herseth, I think his name is. He puts out some pretty cool stats on Twitter. There's called a havoc rate, so which is the percentage of plays defenses get pressures, tackle for losses, forced fumbles, interceptions, or pass breakups. The Broncos are number 1 in the NFL, and they do that 40% of the time. The Bengals are actually ranked 30th, 26% of the time, meaning we need to figure out a way to get some pressure on the quarterback and just make plays happen. So, and
not having Trey Henderson potentially is not going to help, but it's not getting Shamar Stewart back, so that helps. But I've said this a million times. Well, it helped the secondary and help the safeties get pressure on the quarterback and consistently, and we have not done that. And that's what somehow they got to figure out. Now, I think Miles Murphy and I think Joe Sosai are starting to make some progress, but not consistently enough. You kind of agree with me on that? They're looking a little better.
Yeah, I do. I agree. Osai showed some flashes. I think Murphy 2 games ago, he showed some flashes. It sounds like Stewart's going to be used in this game quite a bit. Like, there's no hiding that. Words from Al Golden's mouth. So, he's going to have to step up. I think he had a solid first game. Obviously, he got injured in Jacksonville in the second half. Up to that point in that second game, wasn't really doing much. So it's, we'll see. My dream is for him and Trey to be teaming up coming off the edge. I'm still pretty bullish on our front 7. But I think this does go in, we're not having off-season talk right now, but this does show that we could still be a solid defense. However, we need to get some more playmakers on defense. It just is what it is. Like, so that's something that we're going to have to build towards in the future. Hopefully Murphy and Osai continue to progress in the right way. If not, that's concerning, because where are we getting our pass rush from outside of Trey? And
we're not.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why those two, we need those two and Shamar Stewart. We need all three of them to really get consistent with this. Now, BJ Blanton here has asked this twice, and I've just scoured Twitter. I have no idea what you're talking about. He says, "What do you think about the Joey B news?" So I
haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything. I just went all through Twitter, so I don't know what news you're talking about. If you can elaborate and let us all know, that'd be great, because I don't know what you're talking about. He'll be back next month. Where did you hear that at? When do you think Joey B will be back next? No, he's not supposed to come back till December at the earliest.
Yeah.
That's the early, like week 15.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't even know if he started his rehab yet.
I don't know anything. I have heard nothing. I mean, he's 3 weeks out, I think. So I know what they said, depends on the swelling and all that stuff before he can actually start doing anything with his toe. So 3 weeks out, he might now just start to do it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he comes back, it's not going to be till December. Hell, if he comes back next month, that'd be great. But I don't see that in the cards there. But I do. Let's talk about Joe Flacco here and what a impact he made on this team. I think, just from the offensive standpoint. Now, just take the first half and throw it away, because that was, you knew there were going to be some growing pains, and I think a lot was Flacco, the cadence, getting the play call in. I mean, because he had 5 days. Their first 3 drives were 3 and out. Would have helped to have done something with one of those two. But the second half, it looked like a completely different offense. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase looked like Jamar and T. Joe Flacco looked like Joe Burrow throwing them the ball, because he made some very tight window throws there. That's what gives me hope into Thursday. And the offensive line, and our boy Daly even said it, that the offensive line looked better. Did they give up 1 sack, or did they give up 0 sacks on Sunday?
I think it was 1 sack.
I think it was 1. Yeah, they had 1 sack. And Orlando Brown played a lot better with Dalton Risner at left guard, and Dalton Risner played really good at left guard. So I'm putting him there, and there's nothing. This is no shade on Fairchild, but we might have found something there. right now, it's we got to win now. So if you're playing good at left guard and Orlando Brown played better with you at left guard, I'm sticking you there at left guard. But with Joe Flacco and getting rid of the ball quickly, making decisions quickly, and throwing the ball away, to me, that gives the offensive line confidence going, all right, we got a general idea of how long he's going to be back there. He's not going to hold on to the ball like Joe does sometimes. So I think that in itself helps out the offensive line. I think the offensive line did play a little better.
Yeah, I think there was a stat flown out there that Flacco had a clean pocket on 70% of his dropbacks. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't hold my word to it. I might not be, but the offensive line definitely played. I mean, that's against a really good defensive front. I think they held their own. One of the sneaky things is, Flacco was tossing the ball around, and he definitely was targeting Chase and T and getting it out to him. And that's probably what he's going to be needing to do against the Steelers tomorrow night. I do think we did establish a little bit of a run game too in the second half, and I think that helped.
We did.
Yeah.
So. And Daly said it too. It was a 50-50 split throughout the whole game between Samaje and Chase Brown. And that, I like that. I mean, I think Chase Brown showed he could handle the load, but for some reason this year it's not working. And Samaje, we've seen him before. He just, if there's no hole there, he'll just run through people. And sometimes when you have an offensive line like we do, you might need that just to freaking battering ram just to get something going forward.
Yeah. I think with our offensive line, you need a dude that can create his own yards after contact. Mm-hmm. I do think that's something that Chase Brown has been struggling with this year. There's numerous times I felt like he just ran into the back of one of the offensive linemen. Or here's the thing. In the NFL, you need running backs that are going to create through either missed tackles, broken tackles to get to the second level. I just think with how good defenses are in the NFL, like, you're going to need running backs to be able to create their own yardage. So I think with Samaje P. Ryan, he is a guy that can do that. And that's just a great 1-2 punch. And I think the Bengals need to lean into it. And I think they will based upon those snap count percentages and that split. And I think you're going to free up Chase in other ways because it's, soften the defense with Samaje and then hit him with Chase Brown. That has a whole different kind of style. I think that can be very beneficial in a running game.
Yeah, one thing people have brought it up here is, and I brought it up yesterday, is Yoshi and how he had 3 drop passes and one crucial one where it would have been a first down. Do you think Tinsley gets some more playing time come Thursday night here because of the way Yoshi? Let's be honest, he hasn't had a great year. He's having a hard time getting open now, and now he's starting to drop passes again.
Yeah, I definitely think you need to. I have not. Yoshi hasn't been productive, right? Like we haven't seen much from him. I know Gilsicki's on the injury report. He might be done for the year, to be honest.
Like if he tore his pec, which they just say pec, but if he tore that thing, he might be done.
Yeah, and honestly, we weren't really getting much production out of him either.
Surprisingly,
yeah. So yeah,
the one I didn't know about, I didn't know Tanner Hudson even had a concussion. Now he's out. I didn't know he had a concussion. So
yeah, dude, we might be spread and shred on Thursday because we don't even have any damn tight ends.
We got Fant, we got the tight end God Sample. Dale's favorite player.
yeah. I mean, yes, going back to Yoshi though, I would like to see. I actually am pretty high on Tinsley. I like the way that he can create separation. He's good at the jump balls. He just makes plays. I would like to see him get more of a go. I do think with Charlie Jones possibly, what was it? His injury tag questionable.
Questionable. He is. Where's that? I got written down as questionable. I guess I didn't write down actually what his injury was. I just wrote down questionable. I gotta look back up here again real quick.
I would like to see whatever it is with Jermaine Byrne and him not being able to get active. Maybe this.
I'd like to know myself because I thought he was doing everything right.
Yeah, I think he did not. He showed up late on the practice a couple weeks ago. Nonetheless.
Yeah, but he hadn't played since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he hasn't even been active. So does he get a run?
Charlie Jones' ribs. He's got ribs.
Ribs, yeah.
There you go.
And not like barbecue ribs.
Not barbecue delicious ribs. He's got painful ribs.
Ribs.
I don't know. Just say ribs. So
but here was the thing, like in that Green Bay game, like our coverage team, like they were starting with the ball at like the 40, like every single drive. Mm-hmm. And I actually texted out to my buddies that last drive when we scored and went and hit the 2-point conversion. I think we were within 6.
The 70-yard play or 70-yard.
Yeah, I was like, we need a good kick and a good coverage here. And then they started at the 40 again.
Right.
48. Yeah, that was very frustrating. Nonetheless, if we can get some more in our return, I think that helps with the offense too. Because against Green Bay, it just felt like Charlie Jones couldn't get past the 30-yard line. So maybe Burton gives us a lift there if they do bring him up and activate him. We'll see.
Yeah, I was hoping so because he did when I go down to practice there at training camp. He was returning kicks a lot. So, and like I say, I know he should have late to one practice, but like I said he wasn't even playing the first 2 games. So he wasn't even active, I don't think. So that was kind of surprising to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you kind of said it off the air and I didn't think about this, but you're kind of right that the Bengals kind of treated Sunday as almost a preseason reset game. Mm-hmm. With them starting with a new quarterback. They had two starting rookie linebackers. They had Dalton Risner over at left guard and Rivers over right guard. So things are a lot different. And your point was, and I agree with it, was to try to find out what the hell they have, what works, what didn't work rolling into this game, I think, for this next stretch of games, because they win this Thursday night game. The next 2 should be pretty winnable ones, and you got your bye week. So you win these next 3, you're back in it. But let's really concentrate on winning tomorrow night. The keys for me is they got to score. Me and Dia talked about this on Monday's show. Let's play with a lead. How about we get out there and we get the lead first, and let's play, because I'm tired of us playing from behind. Let's get the ball and go down and score first, and get Pittsburgh 3 and out, get them back on their heels for once, and let us be in attack mode instead of coming from behind. I think that would be a good way to start this game out.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, God, have we even played at home this year? Good God, like
twice. Well, now we got 3 in a row now. We got 3 in a row. Come on. Yeah, we played. Is it twice? I think it is. No, 3
twice.
times.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel like we barely played at home. Like,
we played when Joe got hurt, and then we played
the Lions.
The Lions. That was
Lions,
it, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I've only had 2 tailgates. So, I'll try to remember. I had the tailgates and the watch parties. I get them confused, but we've only played twice. So we got a 3-game stretch here at home.
Yeah, and I don't know. We haven't been that great of a home team.
Not lately.
It'd be nice to get a little boost, tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that gives us a little boost. Getting off to a fast start, that would be great. The crowd can get into it, get loud. I think the Steelers' offense is not something that's going to necessarily blow you away. They have been establishing the run a little bit better. With us getting out to a lead, a fast start, maybe that kind of makes them have to push the ball down the field. I mean, not rely upon the run game as much. I think Aaron Rodgers at his age, he's playing pretty solid, but he's getting the ball out fast.
He's doing the same thing Flacco's doing. They're doing the exact same thing. Neither one of them really move, but they get the ball out quick. Because
when you're old, you don't want to be
here. Right. Yeah. And they got it up here. They can see it fast because there's not, it's the same thing I said about Flacco. There's not going to be a defense or anything that Flacco hasn't seen. There's not going to be a defense or anything that Aaron Rodgers hadn't seen. They've been doing it too damn long. That's just the way it is. Interesting thing, Cam Taylor has struggled, but the last time he played DJ Metcalf, he owned him. You think that might give Cam some confidence to actually have a good game? And I love Cam. I love his parents and everything, but he's got to play better. I love him. He's got to play better, though. You think he's got a shot of doing better against DJ Metcalf?
I mean, I do like that matchup from the last time that they played. I think this time with CTB, I think it's physical. If you look at him, he's just not moving the same. I think, and that's very unfortunate when a player, especially still young, physically is not moving the same. Like if you look at his tape from his first couple years in the league to where he is now, it's drastically different.
The hip turn isn't there. The speed's not there. What do you see?
I think the hip turn, the speed, I think he's struggling with like receivers like right off the line. And that's very discouraging. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I do like that the way that he did play against DK Metcalf the last time. Maybe there's something there.
But that was like 2 years ago too.
Yeah, exactly. That was like 2 years ago. Like
I was really impressed with I said DJ Ivy yesterday, but I meant DJ Turner. He played really freaking good, I thought.
Yeah.
So that was probably he was the standout for the defense. And I'm starting him, which I should notice if he started last week or not, but I'm starting him. If I'm the Bengals, I'm starting him this Sunday for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's like CB1 right now. Dax Hill, definitely, like, he's kind of the Swiss Army knife guy right now, and he's played really good. So there's, two parts of our secondary. DJ Turner, Dax Hill, can count on them. I just think, with our safeties and our cornerbacks, other cornerback, we're just a little limited there. That's going to require Al Golden to just get creative ways to maybe mask them a little bit. I don't know what that is. I'm not that smart enough, but I just kind of feel like we're just going to probably be limited all season with the safeties and with CTB. I think what we've seen from CTB the last 2 years and how he struggled this year already, we just can't count on him.
I mean, he's not getting as burnt as bad as he was last year, but he's still getting beat. That's the thing. He's still getting beat. It looks a little better, but still not good enough here. Now, Crypt Keeper, I think, is trying to stir some shit up here between us. Hey, Dustin, that UC Utah game is starting to look pretty big coming up, huh?
Well, I'm a Buckeye, but nonetheless, actually, what's happening this week is the Holy War. BYU plays Utah. So
that's right. That is this weekend. Is that BYU or is that Utah?
Yeah, it's in BYU. It's in Provo. So that's a big game. I mean, BYU.
Why do you and Dale get along so well? You're a Buckeye fan.
Yeah. I mean,
but
I love UC though too. To be
people give me shit all the time saying that I can't be an Ohio State fan and a UC fan. My number one team is UC. My number two team is Ohio State because, I've said this a million times on the show, back in the 80s when I was a kid, UC football sucked, and nobody watched it, and some people didn't even know they had a football team. So the only team you could watch back then, when you had 3 channels, if you didn't have cable, was Ohio State. That's why I'm an Ohio State football fan. But I was the Bearcats first.
Listen, like one thing that the Bengals fans and the Browns fans could probably shake hands on is
Ohio
the
State.
Buckeyes. Yeah, the Buckeyes have been the warm blanket for us in Ohio for football. So yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's How impressed were you with Barrett Carter on Sunday? How do you think he did as far as getting? And were you surprised that he got 100% of the snaps and Logan was benched?
Completely benched. Surprised. I mean,
completely benched. No snaps at all for him.
Yeah. It's I was probably one of the ones that pointed out Logan being a step slower, and I think I even saw it last year too.
I remember you talking about it on the show at least earlier this year. I know that. I'm like, what? And I'm like, I guess you're kind of right.
Yeah. I mean, Logan just can't get to the spots, man. It is what it is. Like when a player loses that, now they have to make up for it, and the coaches can help too, but they got to make up for it in intelligence and taking angles and trying to win against that, because they just can't hit those spots anymore. But unfortunately, man, in the NFL, once you start to, and we saw it with AJ Green, right? Like once you start to lose that athleticism, that explosiveness, things go downhill. So I was really impressed with Barrett Carter nonetheless. I think we did invest draft capital into our linebacker room. I think in Al Golden's scheme, he needs linebackers to play well. So I'm excited to see what he did last week. There's a few rookie things, and there's going to be rookie bumps along the road. But I think the Bengals are seeing probably what we saw on tape, and these rookies, we're going to have to roll with them. They're going to have to grow fast because we're going to need them now,
Paul said this a couple times on here, and I didn't see this. Logan seems like he just doesn't care and gives up easy. I don't know how people could tell that with a helmet on. I mean, if you just effort, I mean, it's going by effort, but I mean, like Dustin said, he's losing a step, so it might be just slow. I mean, one thing I saw, and I was pretty impressed with Logan, where he said that Al Golden came to him last week on Monday and told him his decision. He was, not that he liked it, but he was, there to help Barrett in any way he could. And that's what a good teammate does. And that's really hard to do, because if this kid plays good, you probably lost your job. And that's not good. I mean, not good for Logan.
Yeah. And to be quite honest, I don't think we're going to see Logan a lot this year.
It doesn't seem like he didn't play at all. So, I mean.
Yeah, I think moving forward, they're rolling with Demetrius Knight. They're rolling with Barrett Carter, and this is what we got. And I think this is what we're going to see moving forward. I do think you need athleticism at linebacker in today's NFL, because you're asked to cover running backs out in the flats and passer out patterns. Tight ends. You got to blitz. You got to fill gaps in the like, you got to do a lot as a linebacker. And I think for whatever reason, I think linebackers lost their kind of like allure in the NFL there for, whatever the last 5 or 10 years. I still think we're starting to see like how important linebackers are to a defense. I like, on the flip side, I mean, even for the Steelers, like Patrick Queen's playing really well for them. Like he's probably playing at a Pro Bowl level, and it's elevated their defense quite a bit. So hopefully we can get that from these rookies using their athleticism. They can fare better in covering running backs out of the backfield and covering tight ends. We can utilize them on blitzes. There's some things that we can do with them. But yeah, it's pretty clear that's who we're rolling with now.
Yeah, and I'm really curious, and I said this earlier in the show here, but I'm really curious to see how much of an impact Shamar Stewart makes, because we've only seen it for 2 games, and the 2 games he played, he didn't. I don't think he recorded something. Maybe he had 1 sack. I can't remember. But he made an impact. I mean, he was making it, moving the pocket, moving the quarterback. So and that his quickness and everything, I think, can be an impact for the Bengals. And if Trey can get out there just for a little bit to at least make a couple impacts here and there. That would help. But if he's got a hip is really hard to play with. I mean, it's my hip hurts, and I'm 50 and I'm not playing football. But Dustin, one thing you brought up that Al Golden said, he brought this up off the air about him. What did he say? He has anxiety, or how did he put it about the defense?
I think the coaches on defense, they're searching. They really are. So, and that's where you're kind of seeing like Logan Wilson losing some snap counts and not even playing last week. I think they're trying to find a formula in the mix. I don't think it's desperation, but I think they are searching. So hopefully, tomorrow night, I think the Steelers, like, they're not the most explosive offense in the world. So hopefully, we played some pretty good damn offenses the last 2 weeks. I don't think the Steelers have, again.
No, they're not on the level of the Lions or Minnesota or, hell, I'll even say Green Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so, I think they are searching and they're kind of trying to come up with some formulas. Hopefully something hits. Mm-hmm. I don't like hearing that this early in the season, if I'm being honest with you. No. But it kind of is what it is.
But, yeah, it's
stuff. Like,
well, at least, I mean, I'll take that compared to last year where we kept rolling Sam Hubbard out there. We kept rolling Jesse Bates out there and expecting different results. Al Golden's trying different because I was banging my head against the table to freaking get Miles Murphy out there to see what the hell we got with him. So, I mean, that's the part that frustrated me with Lou. So, no, it's not great, but at least they're trying to find out what we have with these young guys. I mean, we drafted these guys. We need to find out what we have with them. They're doing that with both guards and the linebackers. So, no, it's not perfect, but I'll take that to the alternative of we know what Logan Wilson can do, and I love Logan Wilson, but it looks like he's kind of lost a step or two of not keep throwing him out there and expect him to do something he hasn't been able to really do in 2 years. So that's where I like it that they're trying to find out. They're trying to find answers and not expecting the guys that have done it before, who've proven they can't do it right now, expect them to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally makes sense. And I think in the NFL, when you're paying out a lot of money, and not the only NFL team, you're going to need rookie players on the defensive side of the ball. If you're investing a lot in the quarterback position, which obviously we are for good reason, and
we're paying good money for Logan too. We're paying a lot of money for Logan to sit. He just signed a contract essentially 3 years ago. So, and that's not a Bengal-like thing to do, is to pay a guy to not play, and that's what they're doing right now. Sorry to interrupt you. No. I just, you're 100% correct. Like, we signed if you had like the vision to know where Logan was going to go, that contract, that extension probably wouldn't happen. Lesson learned there. You might face the same thing with Demetrius Knight because he's a little bit older for where we drafted him too. But nonetheless, like, I think it does call upon in the NFL, you need younger players to come in and you need to make an impact sooner than ever before. In the NFL, you don't really have time to wait for guys to develop anymore. We don't have time for CTP to just have his struggles anymore. We got to find somebody else. And that's just the nature of it because of the salary cap restrictions, because of the money you invested. Yeah. And the window that we're in where we have Joe, which we don't have Joe Burrow right now, but he's our quarterback of the future. We got him. We got Jamar T. We only got him for so long. I mean, those are our pillar stone players that we're 10 years at the most. We'll have them still. I mean, you got to try to win now. You can't have seasons like we had last year. Can't have a season where Burrow gets hurt and you got to figure it out. That's what. Really looking back, really pissed me off about last year. It's like it didn't seem we tried to figure it out. We just like, okay, it'll get better. Like, no, you gotta figure. Why the hell are we playing like we played last year?
Yeah,
it took us till December to figure it out. So this year, it seems like they're at least they're trying this year. They went out and got Joe Flacco. They went out and they're benching guys. They're trying. I like this effort more than last year. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, this is why you brought in these coaches is to, work with the young players. You need them to work their magic. Now it's probably coming at a more aggressive rate than Al Golden probably would have liked.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But, that's just like life in the NFL. Things come at you fast. Injuries. I mean, hell, look at San Francisco, man. They just lost Fred Warner.
I know.
Here.
Well, it drives me nuts. I see some of the other teams, they got more injuries than we do. And they're still playing good. I'm like, why?
Fair. It's fair.
Yeah. Which, I mean, then everybody goes back to me and say it's coaching. And we've had it in the chat a couple times here. Like, well, if the Bengals lose tomorrow night, does Zach get immediately fired? Put it this way. Look, I don't think Zach's getting fired until the end of the season because this team, I don't think changing the coach is all you're going to do is change it to pitch or you're going to change it to Golden. And I don't really know if that's going to make that big of a deal. Like if you're going, if they're going to fire him, and I've said this: if they're going to fire Zach, fire Duke, and redo everything is what they need to do. Which they'll never do this, but if you're going to do it, you need a GM, a football operations principal or president, and you need to get a coach and let him hire all his coaches. That's what you need to do, which will probably never happen. So then, if you fire Zach, fine. Then you got to find somebody who is willing to work in this situation. Now, it's a better situation than we had before because you got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. So you might be able to get some pretty good coaches, but I don't know. We haven't been in that situation. But to me, firing Zach, if they lose tomorrow night, firing Zach doesn't help. In my opinion, we got a better shot of winning with him. If this season goes downhill, fire him at the end of the year. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. And, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot of great coaching candidates out there as well.
Not really.
And on top of that, you're probably going to be competing with like 5 or 6 different NFL teams on the coaching market next year anyways. I don't know, man. It doesn't look good from that perspective. We need, I know like people don't, and I'm probably with them too, but I know we need Zach to perform. We need this coaching.
Yeah, we need it. Yeah, that's more my thing. It's like, because if you start over with a coach, like, all right, let's say they lose right and you fire Zach. The season's over. I don't think we got a shot at all. I would rather go down fighting with Zach, and if it all goes downhill and they don't make the playoffs and it's a bad season, then firing. Like, I don't understand why everybody's like, all right, Tennessee, they fired Callahan. Cool. So their season's still going to suck. Their season would have sucked with Callahan or without him. They could have fired him at the end of the season. They still got to look for another coach and start all over again. So I don't get the point of firing them now. I mean, unless people hate Zach that much and they're like, oh my God, finally, now we're going to really suck because we don't have Zac Taylor. I don't know. I just don't get that. I'd rather have the guy that's here and let him try to finish this out and then fire him if it doesn't work.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I just we need these guys to figure it out for this season. Because I mean, dude, even in college, there's going to be tons of openings in college, and there's already
Penn State, and that one's going to be they can pay you all kinds of money at Penn State.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think there's a good answer right there. To be honest, we need these guys to get. I mean, we just need to win, man. That's all it is. If we get this win tomorrow night, hopefully that can make our players feel what it's like to win because it hasn't.
Right.
We haven't won since Jacksonville. Since Jacksonville.
Just Joe.
And that was 5 years ago. Jesus, that was such a long time ago. So we need this win tomorrow night. I think we can get it. I think if we do get this win, things can start stacking in a positive direction.
So I'm gonna bring Chris's comment up here. He said that's weak at F, saying that there's not a lot of. It's hard to find another coaching. Well, it's not hard to find our coach. It's hard to find a good one. There's lots of guys that want to be coaches here. I mean, we have to find a good one that fits into this system. And like I said, you got to fit into the Bengals system where you got to be able to scout. You're not going to have as many scouts as everybody else. You got to, you don't have a GM. You got Duke Tobin. It's a different situation than other NFL teams. That's why I say it's hard to find a really good coach. So,
yeah, I don't disagree with Chris. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the facts are there's going to be a lot of teams looking for coaches next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, unless there's a young guy, I don't know, man. Chris, if you got a better idea,
tell me. Like, don't throw out Bill Belichick. Don't throw out John Gruden. I mean, those are the first ones that everybody says. No, I mean, take it somebody else, because, I mean, honestly, there aren't. I mean, if you go, people say Brady out of Buffalo, and to me, Brady it would be the same as Zach. I don't know if it'd be that much different because what you want to do if you're going to bring somebody in, you want somebody different than what you had, So more want a defensive minded guy, I would think, but you have to have but if you do that, then he's got to have a really good young offensive coordinator, I think, to come in here and work with Joe and T and all that. So that's where it's a fine line of be careful what you wish for, because I mean, Zach hasn't had a losing record since his second year. Other than that, he's had a winning record every year. So we haven't, last 2 years haven't gone the way we wanted. And like I said, I am not defending Zach. I'm just saying I don't want to fire him yet. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think it's as easy as everybody says to go get a coach.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with the criticism of Zach. I'm not even saying I'm a Zach defender. I'm saying the reality of the situation is that there's not maybe a lot of good options out there. We'll see.
And Jay Gruden was so good. Why is he not coaching anywhere in the NFL? Like people throw these names out. Like Jay Gruden got fired from Washington 4 years ago. Hell, he got fired not long after Zach got hired.
Yeah, and I don't think
he's not coaching anywhere. So why would you want somebody that nobody else wants to be your head coach?
Yeah, and I think the ship has probably sailed even on John Gruden as well.
Kingsbury was an awful head coach in Arizona, and I think Lane Kiffin would be the same way. And they're just offensive. I mean, I would probably lean more toward Lane Kiffin, but Kingsbury, we saw what he did in Arizona. That wasn't very good at all.
No.
Out of those two, I might take Lane Kiffin, but I probably pass on both of them.
It's slim pickings. Slim pickings. I mean, like, I don't know. Listen, there's a possibility that Zach's not around. There's a possibility whoever we hire, we might not even like either.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a huge Zac Taylor fan. Until he started winning, we started playing. I'm like, all right, well, you look like you're a halfway decent coach. That's always everybody's issue is fire the coach. Like if you look at the quarterbacks who are Hall of Famers, usually had one coach with them the entire time. Well, and I'm sure. And the thing is, I always bring this up. Andy Reid was not a Hall of Fame coach when he was in Philly, when they had Donovan McNabb. Now he's considered the greatest coach that ever lived because he's got Patrick Mahomes. So you got to have the right coach in the right situation. I really do think Zach and Joe Burrow work real well together. I am not opposed to, and I think the biggest thing is everyone wants Zac Taylor to give up the play call. I'm not opposed to that. Like, I can care less who calls the plays. I don't care. If you guys think it's that big of a deal, that's fine with me. I let Pitch call the plays. I mean, he's never done it before. So that's another reason why I'm kind of like, I'm not so sure why everybody's so quick to jump to somebody who's never done it before. But if that's what everybody wants, I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Coaching matters. Like, it really does. Like,
especially the NFL.
Yeah. And dude, even in college, look what Kirk Cincinnati, Indiana.
Yeah.
What he has done, I actually think the way he's done with Indiana might be one of the more impressive coaching accomplishments over the last like 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows, right? but coaching matters, no doubt. And I understand, and I'm with again, I'm with people. Like, we need Zac to come through. We just need to get on the winning circle tomorrow night. Let's focus on tomorrow night, and let's go from there. You know,
my whole thing is, I don't think Zach's a bad coach. So, I mean, I don't think he's as bad as everybody says he is. I think our problem has been our player development and drafting. That's been our problem. We've got too many first and second round picks on this team that have not been impact players like we need them to. To me, that's the problem with this team. You can't win. And I guess that's my point with Andy Reid with Don McNabb in Philly. I mean, look at Bill Belichick when he was in Cleveland. I mean, he wasn't considered the greatest coach until he got Tom Brady, and they also had other players too. You got to be able to draft and develop players, and the last 2 years they have completely failed at drafting and developing players. I mean, we haven't been able to replace Jesse Bates. Still haven't. I mean, TJ Slaton's okay, but he's not DJ Reader. I mean, he's not. We got Miles Murphy, who is okay. He's not been great as a first round pick. Shamar Stewart, we hope, is going to be great. I mean, we got these guys that are good, but if you're a first or second round pick, we need to be impact players. And that is the biggest problem with this team. And we talked about this in the offseason. In a nutshell, to me, that's the problem with the team. We haven't drafted and developed right. I don't know. Yeah. What do I do?
Yeah. Listen, yes. That's the ticket in the NFL. You need to be able to draft, you need to be able to develop, and you need to do that consistently year over year. The best franchises do that, and they're consistent about it. And that's just the nature of it. If you're an organization that can't find that combo and that mix, you're probably going to be a franchise that just simply does not win a lot.
Exactly. So hopefully we'll fix all that. They'll start playing better tomorrow night. But I do believe they got a shot tomorrow night. I do believe they are on the cusp of winning and hopefully going on a winning streak. But Dustin, you've been on for 51 minutes. I appreciate you, man. I know you don't have a ton of stuff to plug, but you are an official member of Bengals and Brews now, so you can plug that or anything else you want to plug.
Yeah, Bengals and Brews. I've appreciate Dale for giving me the opportunity to join the crew. I appreciate the hell out of Chop. I appreciate Greg.
Bald Savage.
Man, I appreciate you. I know it's not easy, to put on a show 5 days a week, what you're doing daily. It's tough, man. It's tough to find people to come join consistently. It's tough to put the research in. We have other things going on. I hope everybody, and I'm sure they do in the chat, appreciates that as well. I appreciate Iceman, you constantly being at it, putting on the show. I know a lot of people appreciate that. It's not easy, especially when it's not a season going like the way that we want to.
Yeah, back-to-back years.
Yeah. And I appreciate everybody's feedback. I appreciate even Chris today bringing it up. We're not always going to agree on
and that's okay.
Thing, but it's
lovely. It's okay. We don't have to agree. That's the beauty of sports talk and just being a human. You don't have to agree, and it's all right. We talk about it and agree to disagree. Ain't no big deal. I'll be back here tomorrow. And yeah, you're right. It's hard sometimes. Every day, but I enjoy the hell out of it. So Dustin, I appreciate you coming on, dude. I really do. And hopefully we'll win tomorrow. What did I say? 20 to 18 Bengals. We got to score 20 points, and the Steelers got to score 18, and we'll win.
I love it. I love it. I do think we're going to win tomorrow night. I believe we will. And I feel like that we have the ability to go on a little bit of run. Hell, I don't know. I can't predict we're going to make the playoffs. I can't predict how this season's going to go. I just know that we just need to get back in the winner's circle. And I think once we do that, things will start to turn in the right direction.
Is this true? Are you sending lots of D-pics to the Brew Crew?
Of course. Yeah. Every night. Every night.
That's how you got in.
Yeah, that's how I get in. Chop likes it.
That's surprising. Chop likes it. Chop likes it with a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, we all do. We're all weirdos. Hey, listen, man. again, football, it's tough. It's just a tough sport. NFL is a tough business. Things aren't always going to go the way that we want to, but at least we have football. At least we have these distractions because life ain't easy, brother.
Yeah, at least you got that. And hopefully the Reds will get a bat and we can actually talk some more baseball this year. That'd be great. I would love to do that.
Well, you got your Bearcats too.
I got my Bearcats. 24th of the country, baby. Let's go.
And they're fun. I love watching Sorsby. I do.
Sorsby's good, dude. I am, like I said, I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. The last couple of years, Santa Fe, we start off good and then we fall off a cliff. So let's get into November. Let's see what happens.
Bro,
we needed to win one game last year to be bowl eligible, and we couldn't freaking win it.
Yeah. And listen, I think the program's building momentum. I think like some of the I think he's bringing talent. Like I'm not saying again. I'm not seeing Kenny. I'm not saying like I'm in love with the coach that Cincinnati brought.
I'm not in love with him either, but if he wins, I like him more. That's the way I am. I wasn't ecstatic we got Sat. I haven't been ecstatic with him the whole time. But if he wins, I'm going to love him. That's the way I am with Zach. I'm like, I haven't been exactly ecstatic with Zach's going, but if Zach wins, I'm going to love him. Like, if you win, I don't care who you are. If you got my team's jersey on and you're winning however the hell you're winning, I don't care how you do it. I just want you to win. That's it. I don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah, winner makes believers out of us all, baby. Exactly. That's just how it goes. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, appreciate you, man. I'll get you back on again sometime soon. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, love it. Sounds good. 2 days.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that much as I did. Go follow Dustin. He's a great follow on Twitter at Dustin Croft. He's also on Bengals and Brews, which I know they got a show Friday. I think that's the only show they do. I think it's Monday. What are they doing today? I don't know. I'm such a bad Brew Crew member. I know they do on Monday. I know they got one Friday. I think they did one today, but I don't remember. Anyway, Chop will put in the chat if they did. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. I've been live streaming on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch. You can follow me on all those along with Instagram, Thread, and TikTok. Also, check out my Substack. I wrote 3 articles yesterday, and I actually had the most views on my articles I've ever had in my entire freaking life. So I appreciate the hell out of you guys for taking the time to read my articles, and I'd love to if you guys give me some feedback. Agree, disagree. You think I'm terrible at writing? You think I'm awesome at writing? Whatever. Just let me know on the Substack comments and all of that. You follow under Sports with Strawberry Ice. I will be pulling off the sound later on tonight, putting it on the podcast on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Do me a favor, rate it, like it, review it, listen to it. Leave a 5-star review and a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. And
shout out to my sponsors. They are Priority Lawn and Landscaping for all your lawn and landscaping needs. You need your grass cut, you need shrubbery trimmed, I don't know, you need a paper patio, you need anything. I mean anything. Landscaping required. Think Priority Lawn and Landscaping. Also, shout out to T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And of course, Meyer Window, Door, and more. I got them in my house. I highly recommend you get them in yours. They're energy efficient, great looking windows, easy to clean. Meyer Window, Door, and more. The website is MeyerCincinnati.com. And also shout out to my favorite brewery, Moorline Lager House. Get on down there, get you some delicious Moorline beer, some delicious Moorline food. And tell them I sent you. Moorline Lager House. Hey guys. All right. Just want to let you know, we're still doing the pregame experience at the Moorline Lager House, brought to you by Best Day Brewery. I can't tell everybody this, so it's just between us, okay? For the next 3 games, Pittsburgh, Jets, Bears, which I think the Bengals can win all 3 of them, you can get $10 off. 10 by using pregame 10. Pre-game 10 that gets you into the all-exclusive experience. The drinks, the food, the host, everything. It's the best experience on the banks. Best Day Brewery, Moorline Lager House, pre-game 10. See you this Thursday. Let's go.
Yeah, I hope you guys join me tomorrow night. It's going to be an absolute freaking blast. We have a great time down there. We use that pregame 10 code to get the all-inclusive event there. If you don't want to do that, you just come on down and hang out and buy your own food and drink. You can do that. We got an outdoor bar. We got DJ going on there, football toss, cornhole, beer pong, all kinds of things, giveaway prizes. So it will be a lot of fun. Other than that, as always, you guys remember one thing and one thing only. That a 2-day for life. And throw it up. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
Another great show. You guys still here? The show's over. You can come back tomorrow. I'm out of here. See ya.